Well, boys, it's time for a little bit of an update. Let me just start off on this. This is an old wood stove I'm working on. I have no electrical hooked up at the moment. I tore everything out because I'm probably going to try and redo it. But, got a lot of cast iron parts in it that chunks are missing, so I'm thinking I may do... Where did that piece go? Oh, there was one of them that looks like it was made out of just some, like, oh god, like pieces from an old barn. They're like half inch to 5/8 thick inch steel. Huh. I wonder what happened to it. There was a good one, actually. That's cracked. That's got to be rewelded. This has to be rewelded or remade. Yeah, but look at this. This is a homemade one. I can tell by the welding on the back. So if I do it right, I can in fact weld up some pieces. Maybe fix up this firebox, and I have all the rest of the plates that go on top. They're down there. Water box right under here. It's still really good. I gotta repair some paneling on the back, but it should be fine. And now moving on to this. This is a 8 horsepower Tecumseh snowblower engine, and the carburetor on it was pretty well buggered, so I threw on this Walbro, drilled a hole, added my fitting. It runs fairly decent, actually. Just can't take it up to RPM fast. It's the only problem. 3 horse runs perfectly. John Deere. Well, still dealing with tire problems. MTD. I got a new belt from VariDrive back. Working beautifully. 12.5 horse, singing like always. Great for mudding. Could be better. Oh, the racer. Well, let me just get started off by saying that a lot of Yamaha parts are going to get used. I may try to incorporate this Yamaha starter. Still is, in fact, quite good. I'm not going to be using that motor like I said before. But basically, this electrical will work with me. You have a main ground, and this wire right here will go to my coil. Because as soon as the key is put in the off position, this wire and the ground connect. And when you turn it on, your red and your brown connect, and when you hit the start, all 3 are connected. So it works beautifully. I have in fact tested it on that. A little bit of jerry-rigging, but I got it. And I'm moving on over here. I even found a pipe that I'm probably going to use. It's probably going to end up right there. I don't think I'm going to use this flange, but I might, because they will not allow stacks. I'll probably end up having a stack like this going through the hood. But no, they won't allow that. Got the hood there. Pretty much a lot of the other crap just thrown around. Pretty much at a standstill with this, basically. Out of fundage. Let's see here. Snapper. It's a little finicky, but it should be running alright. And I apologize in advance for all the wind. That's part of a Husky snowblower. That's what that snowblower motor goes to. Because we went on a little family trip a while back. Well, not too windy right here, but it's about to get windy as fuck. It's a breezy day. It's a nice fall day. Well, it's almost fall. Yard work, getting it done. It's taking a bit, but it's a bit of a bitch, but oh well. Alright. What do we have back here? The ginormous spider web. Oh! Oh, oh! Yamaha completely torn apart. I'm actually quite amazed. The rod bearings actually appear to be fine. The crank bearings appear to be a little growly. But this bearing right here, not so much. This is a 5 horsepower Briggs. Pretty much needs your basic overhaul, but it's pretty mostly complete. There's everything else to do with the Yamaha. Here's pretty much the blocks, or the block. I even threw on the exhaust manifold to hold the cylinders on. Oh, Jesus! There's no bolts in it. All the bolts are in there. All the bolts and nuts. Yard man, I'm thinking about doing the carb swap again. Back to the newer modern shit. And there's a spider web already in there. This little weed eater, probably just going to pull it apart. And take the motor, maybe modify it. I don't know. Thinking on modifying it a little bit. That, it runs, and all the rest of the wiring to the Yamaha's in there. After I ripped it all apart. 5 horse, beautiful. Oh shit. Damn it. Fuck. Keep forgetting I got a duck. Here is that snowblower though. It's a Husky. It's a 28-inch deep. So 28-inch wide. Really good. It's all there. Gearbox. Slight leak, no big deal. Probably end up just packing it with grease. But all I gotta do is make up a mounting plate, get some belts, and I could probably rig the rest. Then we got this little John Deere single. It runs perfect. See, this is the type of switch I would use on like a mud mower. It's just 2-wire, 2-position. You got on and off. Simple. Oh, and it does have a Tecumseh 2-stroke. It's 3 horsepower. Just pull the choke. Well, I'm not legitimately going to start it, but it's got some compression. Oh, and this might be another little thing. I know, David Clark, you really like these style of systems, but I think we got a Walbro WB. Can't figure out which size, and I did end up changing out the fuel line because the old fuel line was pretty much hard and rotted. This stuff's good. This stuff's soft and pliable for many years to come. The only problem I ever had with it, though, is the governor linkage came undone. So I had to go and fix that. That wasn't a big deal. I just ended up pulling the motor out, making it a little bit simpler on myself. And it just falls right on. I still have yet to finish that. Discharge, easy to rotate, no big deal. That's pretty much it. I don't really have much to show you guys because of the fact that it's been a while, but it hasn't been too long. Well, I'll head back to the garage. I'll do some further explaining on what I did with the racer. There's still a little bit of explanation that needs to be taken care of that I haven't quite filled out yet. God, this is too long of a freaking walk. Again, sorry for all the rain. It's Iowa. But, alright, so I'm going to start off real quick. I'm finding my main engine drive pulley that I made up. Or, well, welded. Wherever it disappeared to. Huh. Who knew? Oh God. Oh, great, my engine pulley disappeared. This is just what I wanted. But anyways, I made up an engine drive pulley. What I did is took the pulley off of that single speed F&R transmission, pounded the regular deck belt pulley from a Craftsman mower, because of well, there's the rest of it right there. That's a neat little idea I've come up with. I'll probably have to do further explanation on that, but stay tuned for that. I got a great idea for that. But pretty much I fixed the cosmetics. I know when I first got this thing it was pretty well bashed up, but with this and a really good hammer, pretty well taking out a lot of the denting. I'm gonna finish the curve of it and cut out all the stupid little retainers because they're not needed. And we're about to begin, well, I soon might be working on the steering, but yeah, should be interesting. I'm not going to use that gas tank. I'm in fact going to use, where is it? Well, it's the gas tank that came off of that Tecumseh. It's a fairly decent sized gas tank. I believe it's a 1 gallon. Should be perfect enough instead of 3 gallons. I don't need 3 gallon gas. Quite frankly, I can mount that other tank up higher. So that way, in the case to where the gas end of the engine does explode, it's not going to burst into flames. It's just going to smoke like hell. Simple. But, yeah. Basically, this part, along with the pan underneath it, have been welded together. I welded the frame up all the way, reinforcing it. Probably going to go get some flat stock and reinforce the bottom of the frame. Make sort of like little skids. And this would be the thermostat of a snowmobile. If I do it right, I can in fact do a temperature sensor. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, that's fairly well it. I've got a lot of the cosmetics taken. Oh, there's that tank. Yeah, here it is. Mount that up in there. That should look nice. Or, well, it'll be right in there, hopefully. Pretty sure that's going to be mounted on the front of this. So it'll be like this. And I'll most likely just cut a hole out for the hood in the hood. Something like that, but the video is kind of dragging on. I would start this up, but I kind of got to use 2 hands because I got to prime the carb with my hand, or we'll use it as a homemade choke. Whew. This thing definitely has the compression though, and it's not addicted. It doesn't smoke. Well, that's your update. Catch you later.